got anything? Oh wait, no, Daddy's back. Everybody, calm down. We did not talk about Trump and Anita Sarkeesian and gay.
Oh,
I
the
got that
Holocaust.
news for you. I have.
Oh, yeah.
I have wireless headphones.
Oh shit, we've been caught.
Sorry about that.
Busted.
So does anybody want to tell Gopher about that list of things Hitler did wrong I showed off to you guys? Just to keep
Just
it...
show him again. This is...
Sure.
The list of what?
I'm pretty sure you guys could describe it. I mean, you paid close attention.
No, show him. Go. It's an
Gary,
experience.
put the
thing.
camera on him.
Gopher, yeah. Well, Gopher can put his own camera on him. Like you can select. Your
Can
own
I
cameras.
do that?
Yeah, you just select it. Like you're not choosing what's shown on the Twitch stream. That's my side. But you can select whoever you want and look at them.
Oh, I didn't know that. Hey, it's my first Google hangout. Give me a break.
All right, look at Tendo. He's gonna show you his list. He made a really detailed list about the things he thinks Hitler did wrong.
You might as well remove the he thinks part.
Okay.
So, are you seeing...
Yeah, save us, Gopher, from the...
So, Gopher, would you describe the physical properties of this list to me? Do you see it? What about the number of entries on that list?
Is it in code?
Well, that is a fitting question, but I gotta disappoint you there. It's just an empty list. What would that imply about the things that were wrong? So
I'm sorry. Were you hoping to drag me into some drama?
I'm not hoping to back anything. I'm just going to spread some history knowledge on here. I mean, you guys are just fucking around and I'm trying to spread education. What the fuck? I just thought
sorry,
you were
I'm
laughing on the
pouring whiskey. I am trying to pay attention.
We've driven him to drink, guys. Score.
Yeah, I found. I'm sorted.
That fox is about to get hammered.
Well, I figured I'd probably best join some of you because I don't think I'm alone
I think
in
you
having
actually might
sampled
be.
from.
You're not alone in thinking that the Holocaust did not happen.
I don't think anybody here's been drinking. Anybody but Gopher getting drunk.
No, it's...
Well, besides the high one. Let's.
I mean, all right, yeah. I mean, in my defense, it is 10:30 here.
You look a little underage though, Gopher.
All right. I can
sweet.
fix that. What should we go for? Oh, yeah.
I've got
I'm
to
also
get this
having
program to
chocolate.
stream.
How do those two go together? Chocolate and whiskey.
Not good, actually. I'm not going to do that ever again.
See, and we thought MXR was the terrible interviewer.
Oh, so I'm it. I'm the worst, is what you're saying. That's it. I'm it.
And MXR started with murder, fuck, kill, or whatever. Like,
Sorry. The camera freaks out whenever I drink.
the drinking cheeseburger, that's perfect.
I'm trying to find something that represents my mood right now.
What app is that? It's so good.
no, it's
Face
look at the
Ray.
bottom of his screen. It's Face Ray.
What the hell?
Oh my god.
That's what I said. That's what I said. Fading. I'll buy that for everybody. It's like $20
yeah, it's so
or
good.
whatever. We can all have avatars next time.
I'm gonna start making mods for that.
Hey, if somebody could make my Steve character as an avatar for this, I would love it.
When I download it, I'll take a look and see if it just uses regular Max or Maya rigging. I can rig a character for it pretty easy.
Oh, that
Except
would
for
be
your lips
awesome.
look like they're so fucking tweaked out right now.
The calibration's a bit odd. You can have it lip sync to your face or to your voice. So.
All right, I'm putting that thing back up. There we go.
Okay, guys. What is happening?
What? We have no idea. This is
Because
the
some
worst
people
stream of
are
consciousness
asking me to save everyone, to save this chat, save us from the madness. So yeah, what's happening?
Oh right, I'm supposed to be making sure this stays on topic, aren't I?
That was your only job!
My only job, in control of the children.
I was telling Gopher guys, I said, this is like having 10 4-year-olds with ADHD. I was like, that's what you're going to have to deal with. And
Well, I've actually got experience with that, so that's not a big problem, but, yeah. I needed alcohol, what can I say? Just... You know, and I had to move some stuff out of the way of the... my girlfriend's got this nasty habit, really, really nasty habit, of piling junk in front of the drinks cabinet. I think She's trying to give me a hint.
You should
but...
just get an IV. You could just straight IV that shit, dude.
You don't IV whiskey. It's you gotta drink it. It's the taste. God, you be suggesting I butt chug it next.
Oh god.
Absolute heathen. Apparently, I'm here to bring some class to the joint with my furry little face.
There's like 100 people masturbating every time your thing comes up that are furries.
Okay, no, that was very disturbing. Oh dear. So okay, well I've got to change from a furry now because now you weirded me out.
We'll get you a My Little Pony one that works.
Let's
really
see who could fap to that.
People who
okay?
are really into Christmas.
Because you know there's going to be a fetish for that.
Oh, kittens.
Oh, I want to do this. Oh no, you're gonna put the camera on her.
What a fussy cat. She's so fussy. Oh, baby.
Oh my god.
Is she killing it? She's got her hands around its throat and it's going.
I was just being pissy because it's like, why are you picking me up? I was just like laying on a nice warm mommy's belly and now I'm just being held in the air.
And we thought the last stream went off rails.
I've gone back to the furry.
This is gonna get worse when we get over 10 people. Like, it's gonna get even worse.
I'm trying to find something that has gravitas, so I can bring some order back to the
Can you
proceedings.
do a Sean Connery accent while you have that one?
No. Oh God, what was that movie? Oh, what was that movie?
I don't fucking remember, but I know he played a Dragonheart. Yeah, I was gonna say it's really a movie where a dragon needed a heart. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
They were really inventive with the title.
Sorry, I'm see, I want to go back to something more sensible, but I don't want to be, I don't want to feel like the furry fetish is fantasizing about me. So now I'm a bit freaked out.
I said we can get you a My Little Pony one. You'll have bronies. Just screens will be sticky.
I need more alcohol. So enough for this one. Gopher became Smorg. Okay. All right, question. Do I have any questions with which to distract the small children? Oh dear, that's not very nice. What was the most frustrating experience in your modding career?
Say the question again, I'm sorry.
Moloch Balls Inferno.
You fuckers. Fuck both of you.
Compatibility patches.
That's the mod where I met Darren, and well, you can imagine.
Mine was learning to mod because I went from construction to making a fucking split quest mod that had 2 different options for the whole thing, and then I quit modding for 8 months because it blew my brain. I wanted to just that's about it. Other than that, it's just it's always frustrating. You just gotta ignore it.
I was waiting for someone to say reading
remember
the comments.
Was the question
No,
the most
you had 2 of the
frustrating
fuckers in here said
No,
working
the most
with
frustrating
me.
experience
Fuck them.
in my modding career.
Ah.
I'm gonna mute Big and Ellie so they
When
can't
something
explain
doesn't
more.
work.
It's almost like all the time.
I would say trying to get Blender basically trying to get models in and out of Blender, or in and out of Skyrim via Blender and Nifscope. Good God, there was times where I was like ready to flip over my desk because I'm just like, why the fuck doesn't this? I just had to give up and
I've
walk
got
away
that
for like
down. I do that yeah, I'm brilliant at that. It takes ages.
It took me a long time. And basically, it was right before Fallout 4 came out that I finally got the process solid, after months of kind of going back and forth. Because there's so much scattered information. I feel like if you weren't a modder in Oblivion, then you know what I mean. There was a lot of information that's kind of strewn out all over the place. I had to figure out. But anyway, that was my most frustrating experience, I'd have to say.
Are any of you script modders?
What?
Yeah.
Yep.
Like, do you do a lot of heavy scripting?
I didn't used to when I
Um,
first started, but I do now, yeah, for sure.
Did anyone get bitten by the change from the old engine for like Fallout 3 and New Vegas and Skyrim with Papyrus and the multi-threading? Save game bloat. Anyone have scripts that make save game bloat?
I started in Skyrim, and it's like...
Alright, I overhauled it for a second.
I thankfully came in late enough to where I kind of had a lot of what not to do's laid out, you know, and there was a lot of good mods like Isoku and some of Chesko's stuff where they have the source code that was kind of a, you know, followed good examples. So thankfully, knock on wood, I haven't quite run into that yet.
Oh, that's a good question. Good. Do you all include your source code?
Not
I
for
generally
Fallout.
Yes.
I usually do the last couple mods I
thing to do,
released.
really.
Oh, sorry.
I think it's the nice thing to do because other modders learn from other modders' source code.
Yeah.
That's how I learned, and I think that's how many
Yeah.
learn. And because backwards engineering stuff is the way to learn for most people,
For
I
sure.
think it's the
I
best way.
actually didn't know about the source code when I did Descent into Madness and like the first couple of my mods, and I did not. I lost the source code for those as lost forever, which pisses me off. But for Fallout, I've especially not been releasing my source code because it's really crappy, and if people don't have a decompiler, they shouldn't be scripting for Fallout 4 yet anyway.
Decompiled code sucks though, mate. Decompiled code is like totally
my code
useless.
already sucks. Ask anybody who's seen it. It's
Yes,
really
I
just
can
walls
agree
of
to that.
text. It's,
He doesn't use any capital letters. The whole thing's in lowercase, and it's hideous. It's just
and I
disgusting.
don't tab, and if I do tab, it looks terrible, and I can read
You're not
just
a coder then.
No. I told you I was a construction worker, dude. I build your fucking house. I was like, I can read it straight down generally anyway, so it's like, why should I bother to waste all this time hitting tab? Fuck this key. I don't
Gotta
need
keep
it.
it clean.
It is clean. It goes
You
straight
heard
down
me.
on the left
It's
side.
actually causing me physical pain. I'm like, I used to run teams, and I had to quality assure other people's code.
Oh! There's been some fun. Like I don't know how much you went through in Skyrim and was seeing some of the code. Like some of the code in Skyrim would have notes. It would be like, don't know why this works, but it does.
Oh yeah.
Like, it's
Yeah,
there in
I saw that
Fallout.
today.
It's
From the
again in
developers.
Fallout, dude.
Yeah, it's so scary.
I was opening some of them, and there was one. It's like in the same code section. I don't remember what it was, but there was like a note. It's like, and it says the name John in capital letters, and it's like, so it's his edit. He's just like, don't know why that's working. And like 7 down, somebody else took over, and they're like, this shit doesn't, and it's all like blanked out on the left side. And it's like, and there's just more code. I'm like, what the fuck was going on in the Bethesda programming room? Like one guy's like, I think this will work.
Oh, that's
and they
every
fired him.
programming room. That is
Yeah.
every programming. I have gone through code and found things that are just out there. I am like, people just put random names for variables. I once debugged some code where some idiot thought the word that was very amusing as an object, so we could have things like this, as a variable, so you could have things like this.that in your bloody code.
Oh my god.
Because he thought that was
It was
amusing.
self-entertainment. I do have to
Yeah.
say, going through a lot of the source code in Fallout 4, that a lot of the code is tightened up a lot, and the things that they've added into Papyrus, you know, like structs and arrays and stuff, the way that they're using them, the code's a lot cleaner and tighter than it used to be. I think that's pretty evident in the fact that there's a lot less issues in the game in general.
They probably knew we were going to be going through their code.
Yeah. Like, people know. People are, like, reviewing this.
Question: what advice would they give for would-be modders? Don't do it.
Yeah. Stay away. The thing I always tell people is figure out what it is that you want to do first before you go in, because you have an entire engine that you're dealing with. And so if you just kind of want to just learn how to mod, that's way too general. There's just too much to learn. I mean, it's a little over 2 years in that I've been obsessed with this stuff. And I mean, there's entire areas I've barely touched, like quests and all kinds of stuff. So figure out what it is you want to do first and focus on that. Like if you really are into texturing, you know, spend your time on that, because it can be a couple of months to really get up to speed on getting the quality level and all the tools right. So that's my general advice. Is pick a specific area first to start.
Rather than do that, I just fuck about with loads of different areas. I do a bit of everything, so.
There's got to be something that you're passionate about. Otherwise, you won't have the drive to complete it.
Yeah, because you will hit roadblocks, and you need that passion.
And on that note, here's the best one for everybody. I just thought of this. This is the best way. If you're straight, this is how you know if you're going to be able to be a modder, right? Go to a gay or a lesbian bar and try to hook up with the opposite gender. If you can make it home after 6 hours with somebody, you have the drive to be a modder.
Oh my god.
Because that's how frustrating that shit'll get.
Okay, you didn't make that weird at all.
Not weird at all. Not uncomfortable.
No. That was... Okay.
But you see where I'm coming from. It's going to be that frustrating.
Yeah. You mean it's tough? I could probably have come up with another analogy.
It's
but
not.
hey,
No. It's not going to be tough. But it's tough is a different word. Like tough, you're going to do something that you know 100% should work, and then you're going to smash into a brick wall and go, "What the fuck?" And then, literally, you just need to keep running into that brick wall until you've knocked it over with your bloody stump of a corpse. That's kind of what it feels
you
like.
suddenly had an epiphany and realized that you're running the wrong way or something.
Yes.
I mean,
It's some like really simple fix.
You missed a parentheses in your code. That's always the fun one. Like,
yeah.
It's like that Doctor Who episode, the second to last one for the last season, where he just keeps chipping at the ice. Or chipping at the diamond.
No spoilers!
Oh,
I
God.
haven't seen it yet.
What the fuck is wrong with you? It's the only good episode the whole season where they just let Capaldi go on his
they
own.
haven't put it in and I have to buy
No,
it.
just
and
skip, literally skip every episode except for the second to last one of that whole season.
I can't get any of the episodes yet. Shut up.
No spoilers.
I almost started asking.
I'm trying to glare with my demon character.
I'm in the middle of making something, and I almost started asking like mod author questions over the stream. Okay, guys, how do you make an NPC? Oh, never mind. Sorry.
Yeah, Fading asks this shit all the time too, guys, and I'm the dick who keeps telling him like, teach a man how to start a fire, and he will be warm for a day. Set a man on fire, he'll be warm for the rest of his life.
Meanwhile, motherfucker will be like trying to call me every day, asking me questions. Get on, hurry, get on! I have to ask you something.
I don't know how to run DOS prompts. I'm not 73.
It's the same for YouTube, to be honest. When people say, "Do you have any advice for YouTube?" and then, no, not really. You've really got to want to make the videos that you want to make, and just make them. And if people want to watch them, they will.
And it's the same thing for modding, really. There is no magical barrier between not modder and modder.
What annoys me is when people who know absolutely nothing, I mean complete beginners, don't even know how to start the creation kit basically, just send me a message saying, how do I mod and that? And like, well, I don't know, it's a bit of a broad question. Really.
There's like 15 steps between what you asked and what,
Yeah. Or I have an idea. Would you like to work with me on this one idea I've had? I don't know anything about modding, which is code for. Could you do all of this for me?
Mm-hmm. Do you see how many there's already been tons of posts about giant wasteland overhauls, and it's just idea people, and they're trying to recruit people, and everybody who jumps on board is just other idea people. So it basically just turns into a fucking stoner circle jerk.
Yeah. Okay.
What's happening now?
I don't know.
I'm reading for questions because there was an awkward pause. Okay.
There was a good question here. If I could repeat it, Dogtooth CG said.
Mute you, Ellie. Shut up.
He said, let's see, the effect of the late release of the CK on the intermediate development of mods, as well as our thoughts on whether or not Bethesda will attempt to move the modding community in a linear way by holding mods within the Bethesda.net store framework. Wow, that's like a multi-layered question. I think the gist is basically, have there been any, what are the side effects of the late release of the CK, and what do you think about Bethesda.net and how they're theoretically going to function? Is that a acceptable question?
Yeah, that's a good one. I mean, my personal opinion is they're obviously not going to lock modding out for Fallout 4. I do think that if they don't lock modding to just themselves for the next game, they will 100% do it for the one after that, because they do want to monetize it, which is a good business move. And the best way to monetize it and to DRM it and make sure people don't steal it is to have control of it. It's just it's literally just a logical step. It's just 1 + 1 = 2 + 1 = 3. It's
they will fail.
you think
they will fail to control it. They will fail to control it. There will be underground sites. Nexus.
Well, yeah, but I mean that's.
There will be other sites.
It would be less than it is now.
Aaron, check Skype. Check Skype. Check Skype. Just saying.
Okay, checking.
No.
Yeah, my thoughts are they would be kind of foolish to completely block modding. I don't think that they'll do that. I do think that I'm theorizing, I guess, that they're going to bring back paid modding, at least maybe for the consoles. I don't know. I could see that being a possibility because there's not the deep-rooted community there that there is on the PC. So they might have better success having 99-cent downloads through Xbox or PlayStation. So.
Hold on, Apollo, are you actually out, or did you just mute himself?
Well, there are two people who are muted.
He'll come back. Apollo just posted in our Facebook chat. He's about to get back in a few minutes.
Okay.
Probably throwing up or so because he seemed high as fuck.
I'll see if he's cool to drop so Expired can jump in afterwards.
Yeah. Well, about the locking mods, whatever, I agree with Darren. The only thing, the only argument against them DRMing mods is for me that when they pulled paid modding in last year, part of their statement was like that DRMing mods was being discussed in the community as a fear, basically, and this is something they would never do, would be completely against their principles and something. So they would have to make a 180 on that, but doesn't mean they can't. Just saying.
But it would be counterproductive if they did.
It would be
in my opinion.
absolutely counterproductive.
Well, they need to do it at the initial start of another game, so the next Elder Scrolls game, etc. It's when they do it as opposed to why or how they do it. For a business perspective, it's literally their only real logical step to make money, and you're saying they'll fail, but they won't fail as far as making a profit and actually still disseminating mods to people.
I mean, they will literally fail to stop modding going underground.
Right.
They will. All they will do is they will cause resentment, and they will get a lot of people who will use it as an excuse to pirate their game. But
think about it. Think about it long term, though. What happens 4 years later when they release the next game? Resentment. People don't harbor the resentment forever. They fucking forget about it. We kind of prove that every year, especially in America. We fucking forget shit constantly, and we don't give a shit. Our attention span is so fucking short that 9/11. Yes, that's true.
Right. Nobody. Well, forget the resentment. Then they'll lose goodwill. And what Bethesda have had for a long time is goodwill because of the way the modding community.
But why would you give a shit? But you're a business. Why would you give a shit about that if your profit margin still goes up?
Well, if it still goes up, I think the long. Go ahead, Gopher. Sorry.
There are other ways to make money. They can have paid mods without preventing free mods. They can have both.
I'm not saying they prevent. I'm not saying they're going to prevent free. I'm not saying they're going to prevent free. I'm saying they're going to disseminate free as well as paid on their website. But the only way to actually lock down the mods to keep them from the paid ones from going out for free is to DRM them. And the only way to do that is to control where they go out. So why wouldn't they control everything through their website? It makes more sense.
Might. No, right. No, I have a feeling what they'll do is they will literally tell sites like Nexus that if you allow mods that are paid for mods to be uploaded to your site for free, we will sue you. And Nexus will abide by that, and they will ban people in a heartbeat for doing that. But I think I would suspect they would still allow free mods on the Nexus. Because there are some disadvantages to doing things on Bethesda Net, because I have a feeling Bethesda Net's going to be somewhat limited the way Steam Workshop is. And what you might find is if they allow the kind of free modding to occur on Nexus, they'll get people coming up with some good stuff, and then eventually those modders might make something that they'll want to put for sale, and they'll put that up on Bethesda Net themselves. I think Bethesda have got to be... I don't know. It reminds me a lot of the different media, music, everything really. when you try to control, when you try to restrict, what tends to happen is you completely lose it. Whereas if you do something like the GOG model, where you don't have DRM, you provide value. People will pay you.
And somebody made a very good point too in chat, just real quick before I forget about it. They said that if they were to do paid modding, they'd have to give you everything, not just the CK, which is actually one of the... I'd love to make money off my mods. A lot of my shit's quality enough. The quests are quality. I mean, fuck everybody who thinks paid mod, we should just be free forever. Fuck you guys. But I want the tools. The one thing Bethesda never fucking gives us is a NIF exporter. Like, they fucking... I mean, just their exporter. That would make life so much easier. But, I mean, just the tools they use in excess to the CK, their own little proprietary shit would be nice. Which, watch, they won't do it anyway when they do paid modding, but it's a pipe dream.
Okay, there's a question for the panel. Do you think Nexus could survive a Bethesda mod ban? I don't think they could do that. If they wanted to ban, for example, Fallout 4 mods from Nexus, they should have released their Bethesda Ned mods and their CK when Fallout came out. Because now it's too late. There are thousands and thousands of mods. People would riot. If there had been a lock straight from the beginning when Fallout came out, it might have worked. They could have possibly prevented Nexus from having Fallout 4 mods, but they can't do it. Like not after so many mods have come out. And the modding community has really developed during Fallout 4 modding, so they can't do that.
It's also a matter of gains and use, because Nexus costs so much to maintain because they have the mods that they have to maintain, but it's also driven by viewership. So if they had said no Fallout mods, well, they just saved Nexus money, and the money Nexus wouldn't get. So it's a net even. They survive based on the user base and the views and the ad revenue and the subscriptions. So if they're just not allowed to do mods for the next game, they'll still survive because they've still got the traffic for the shit they have, which is keeping them afloat. So they're not going to crash.
What if this continues? If they can't host the mods for the next game and the game after, etc., eventually Nexus will become the modding site for abandonware.
Eventually, that's what every website
that's far in the future,
into,
obviously.
So they've lasted longer than most.
Exactly.
Yeah, but it's just then people are just gonna go there for Oblivion and Skyrim mods or whatever. And
anybody go to MySpace?
There's gonna be a lot less traffic, so a lot less money, and it's just gonna be a smaller scale.
Yeah, they'll just drop down their
Bethesda
server
could
base
completely ruin Nexus. They could, but all they'll do is they'll drive the modding community underground.
Yeah.
We'll have more Lovers Labs. What are people laughing? What did I miss? Is Apollo just holding up fucking papers with shit on it still?
No. He was playing a certain song.
Apollo, would you mind sharing the song you played with the rest of the world? I would appreciate that. I know I would, because it's a damn good song. Go for it, Apollo.
Hashtag Rickroll.
Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up.
I feel like Apollo's just here to be in a hoodie, look really stalkery, and laugh. Like if he's in Florida, I think he'd be. If he's in Florida, I think he'd be gearing up to kill a black person.
Oh my god, the chat. Your chat is stranger than my chat. Wow. DD identifies with the far right. Confirmed.
I actually identify with hardcore libertarian. I'm excruciatingly far right when it comes to like fiscal issues. But as far as I give a fuck if a dude's fucking a horse next door, I don't give a shit. What's it gonna hurt me? It might be hurting the horse. I don't know. Nobody can ask the horse. He can do what he wants.
I don't think it's the horse that's hurting in that scenario.
Do any of you use your own mods?
Yes, actually this time around, yes. I didn't for Skyrim, I do now. Anytime I don't have stackable concrete installed, I want to shoot myself.
I actually don't use that mod.
Fuck you. No, I'm just kidding.
No. Here's the thing, right? I wanted to do a mostly vanilla playthrough. I used as few mods as possible during that, and the only settlement mods I actually used were snappable junk fences because
aren't you using place everywhere? What kind of noob is not using place everywhere?
Because I'm trying to go for a vanilla feel, so I'm trying to get I'm trying to bear with it as much as possible through the pain barrier, but there were certain things I couldn't. The junk fence I couldn't live with, and the length of wires I couldn't live with. I am gonna use DD's mods, but I want to use the full mod pack. But I kind of want to wait until the creation kit comes out.
Yeah, that's when it's gonna go. That's when I'm gonna do it.
And you know, I want the full pack, because the problem is if you use the individual packs, you can't then transfer to the full one.
It's but believe me, if they do paid mod, that compilation pack's gonna cost you $1.50, son.
Well, pretty much all of my mods are something that I made for myself and then just decided to share on Nexus. Like starting from houses, I start a new character on Skyrim and I always have to make them a specific house. So, same with Fallout 4 mods.
Most of my mods I don't actually use. Like I've used, I think most of them I made for me because I thought I want a feature and I'm gonna make it. But then after I made it, I was like, I don't like this anymore. So most of them I don't use. I think I used like maybe one.
Somebody posed a good question and said if my attitude would change in regards to fuck the users if it was fucking Apollo. If it was paid modding. And I was like, if it was paid modding, I'd be like, thank you, Massa, for letting me suck your dick in the cum shower. Like, if you bring pay into the equation, yes, the attitude shifts. But the thing is that somebody says they'll demand customer service and support 24/7. When you buy a fucking hamburger at McDonald's, if it comes out the way you fucking ordered it, you're done, motherfucker. That's what you get as far as support when you buy something. But as far as, like, being nicer to people, that'll definitely happen.
Can I take a moment to address something that I have to deal with every single day of my life?
Go for it.
Ellie, how do you feel about settlement building ruining house modding? What the fuck? I would be already building houses if there was a fucking kit I could build with. I do like the settlement building, but I hate it for house building. It's complete garbage. As soon as the kit hits, I'm gonna abandon all settlement building and just make everything through CK. Someone switch to Apollo, please.
Alright. I was clicking off on purpose.
Okay, because everyone's probably wondering what the hell everyone's laughing and giggling about.
Well, it shows the bar at the bottom so they can see all the little mini screens of people.
They can? Oh, okay.
That is correct, Real Roy. That is 100% correct. But if it came the way you fucking ordered it, you're still stuck with it.
If I could throw in a question, one of the sub-questions about the Bethesda Net thing from Dog2CG was what has been the effect of the delayed release of the CK? One thing that I do want to state about that is that with Xedit, you know, obviously not a lot of people love Xedit, but Xedit is basically the CK without a better graphical user interface. So for me, I've had literally 0 roadblocks because I don't build world spaces or interior cells. In the case of the basements that I built, those were copies of vanilla cells that I tweaked. We're getting rickrolled, by the way, which is amazing. So for me, there has been literally no roadblock not having the CK. There's a lot of misconception that the creation kit is what's used to make new weapons and new models and armors and things like that, and it's not. Like, you still need 3D programs and a ton of third-party plugins. I think a lot of people still don't realize that. They say things like, well, I can't wait until the creation kit's out and then we'll be able to, like, fix this mesh. I'm like, that doesn't work that way. You know, it's literally just kind of a UI to drag and drop stuff. Anybody else have any limitations without the CK besides Elianora?
You can't do like dialogue or anything yet. It's really annoying.
Yeah.
I mean,
I would say like quests, dialogue, and cell and world space editing are basically impossible without the CK unless you're a madman.
Like Fadingsignal.
I would never try to do dialogue or anything. My God. That's like straight up masochism right there.
Darren, can you put the list of who's who back up? Because people are wondering.
I
forget when I click on a camera, it goes away.
Wait, I forgot who
I am. Yeah, please send some help.
And that's somebody else the same. Roy said the same thing again. It's like, you know, what if you got, or no, somebody else I think said it. Well, you have to be if you're going to sell stuff, you have to be 100% sure it's not going to break your game. Well, pretty much all of my mods, I'm about 99.9% sure they ain't going to break your fucking game. The problem is that users can't read. They don't read the description. They don't read the instructions. They will install other mods that break your game, and because yours is the last one they installed, they then blame it on you.
Right. They
So
don't understand the combo.
I completely agree that if we go for selling mods, the mods need to be some sort of, you know, have some sort of quality standard to them. But even the quality standard, pretty much everybody in here fucking makes perfectly clean mods. Like, we don't at the start sometimes when we're learning the shit, but by this point, yeah, the mods are fine. They're not gonna break your game. If you uninstall the goddamn mod in the middle of the playthrough or after you've been playing with it for 40 hours, yeah, your game's toast. That's common sense. But it's like like, once again, if somebody orders a cheeseburger and then they take that cheeseburger and smash it into their own face and then try to shove the patty up their asshole, that's not our fucking fault.
That's how I like to eat burgers. How did you know that?
Jesus, like, it's like them coming back in and trying to return the burger. Like, this burger is wrong. I couldn't fit it in my butt. Like, are we really gonna give them a refund? No, fuck that retard. Like,
Julie. Aww. I'm not getting enough cat attention.
Okay. You gotta make noise or it doesn't move the camera. Also, by the way, for everybody to know, Ellie talks to her cat in whatever that weird made-up language that she speaks. Yeah. She does that in the middle of conversations. She starts talking to the cat in that weird language, and I'm just trying to tell her the cat doesn't understand you one way or the other.
No.
My favorite is in the middle of her videos when she starts cursing at her cat. She'll be like, here's this new house. Fucking cat, shut up.
The outtakes from my voice actor for that fucking, for the April Fool's mod, when she was recording the lines, her cat jumped up on her desk and, like, knocked everything off in the middle of recording. She starts yelling at it. Gopher should tell them off for their language. He can try.
Bad mod makers. Bad. Stop. Be nice. Am I supposed to be keeping this PG?
It's not. No. There should be an adult warning label on this when people log in.
I warned my own viewers. I did. I warned my own viewers.
You have to click a content filter when you go to this page. I'm pretty damn sure. It says, like, mature audiences or some shit. Which is really funny considering how immature we are.
That's a bit of a stretch,
isn't it? Mature.
I have a Finnish takeover in the Twitch chat. Kaikki suomalaiset, hei, ilmoittautukaa nyt tänne chattiin joko.
What?
I'm summoning all the Finns.
Good lord.
Oh, it didn't work. Maybe it's not. Okay, anyway, what were we talking about?
I have no idea.
None of us have any idea what we've been talking about for the last hour and a half, so...
Yeah. Random stuff,
Just talking
we go with He's not a cat! Are you sure?
Yeah, it's a kitten.
That's a brand new kitten.
Yeah, it's like 2 years old.
It sounds like a parakeet, and it looks kind of like a squashed rat.
What's making chimpanzee noises?
Chimpanzee maybe, yeah.
That's not me. I don't know who's making the sound effects.
I think that's Apollo, since
so
I see
good.
this little green light going.
That's so good.
Not sure. It's a proto-cat.
While I remember, because I saw some messages on here. Someone you should try and get in the chat is Zelandro.
Ooh.
Mod author Zelandro probably makes some of the best Fallout New Vegas mods you've ever seen. Like he's turned Fallout New Vegas into a flight simulator.
Oh yeah. Is it the one that has the pilotable vertibirds?
Yeah,
that mod is amazing.
He sent me some other stuff he's doing. I can't talk about it yet, but it's like even some of the simple stuff he does, you just think that is so old.
We need that dude in Fallout 4 for sure.
I'm not sure he's coming though. He didn't. I mentioned
How
it.
do you
He didn't
spell his name? Oh, Xilandro.
Yeah, Zelandro. He makes absolutely superb
How
mods.
come I'm
Like,
only showing
load 'em-
one mod by him on Nexus?
For what? Which game?
Am I on the wrong person for all games?
No. Oh, a lot of his mods don't appear on Nexus. A lot of his mods
Oh,
appear.
shit.
I can't remember where the hell it was. Oh, Jesus. But they're like really. He does mods where they're like dual wielding. I think is one of them. Taking cover and falling in Vegas.
We're at that point in the stream.
Oh, is this
Sorry, I
normal?
just wanted to give you guys some decent new age German music.
Do we have time for any serious questions now, or are we done?
I don't. I'll go as long as whatever.
I think we should start with some.
I think we should
I've
start.
got
Oh, now
I've got a
Hofkeeper finally
question that
showed up.
people, someone's asking. Someone wanted to know what's our favourite mod that's not one of ours. I think I've said that right.
Okay,
For
start
which
from
game, just in
the
general?
left.
So
Start
Sim,
from you, Sim.
Sim, will you
Oh,
be
me?
first?
But I don't know. I love too many. I probably can't remember any of them. Not really sure. Come back to me. Come back to me, and I'm gonna look at my load order. See what I've got.
Apollo,
It's
you're
Apollo.
next. Apollo, what you
What?
got? What's your favorite
What
mod
did I-
that's not yours?
Favorite mod that's not mine?
Yeah.
Definitely not anything of Tendo's. I'll say Apocalypse.
Alright,
That's
Ellie,
pretty
just-
nice, John.
You're a
yours?
fucking disgrace, Apollo.
What's yours, Ellie? What you got?
Right here.
I got too many interesting NPCs, probably.
Fading.
For Skyrim.
For me, I would say for Skyrim, it's a toss-up between enhanced lights and effects that completely changed the game for me. I also love Immersive College of Winterhold. I think that's one of the coolest mods ever made. And then for Fallout 4...
We asked for one, Jesus.
Sorry, you're getting 3, motherfucker. The third one, my favorite for Fallout 4, is actually visible weapons. For me, that's like such a giant glaring hole in the game. That's like my favorite mod for Fallout 4 right now.
But I forgot to say my Fallout 4 one.
Oh, sorry, I cut you off. Go on.
I've got 2. I've got basement, living, and then place everywhere.
Lovely.
Gopher, what's yours? Now that you look like Yoda killed himself with an explosive.
Sorry.
is
I'm
that?
just playing with this while you guys are talking, because I've got these new faces and I'm thinking, hey, I like it.
Like a
It's like-
drunk Jedi turtle. What's that?
Yeah.
When I move my eyebrows, it actually moves my ears. It's kind of cool. Okay, my favorite mod for Skyrim. It depends what you mean by favorite. I probably the one mod that I just couldn't live without would be Sky UI because of MCM. It was just like, but I don't know, favorite mod. It might actually be Frostfall.
Good
I
choice.
just really do love that mod. It made the game feel so incredible. So.
Yeah, I'd probably say that was mine if I had to choose. Probably.
Alright, Mystic, your turn.
Okay. I know this is gonna sound a little bit weird at first, but stay with me on this.
If you go with Sex Lab, yeah.
No, actually, modesty mods, because Skyrim's supposed to be a cold place, and it kills me if I use things like Frostfall, and there's people running around with fur bikinis, or the prisoner clothes that's just pants, and they're just running around in the cold. So I need to have those mods.
You like Cloaks of Skyrim and the Winter's
Yeah,
Coming type
things
thing, yeah?
that make it look warmer, because when they designed the game, they just kind of didn't do that part right.
Alright, John, what you got?
No, that's a tough one, really. Definitely Sky UI is one of them because the original one's utter shit. What was the other one I was going to say? Oh yeah, character making extender because the original Skyrim character models also shit. Yeah.
Alright, Big, what you got?
Well, I think Sky UI is kind of obvious, so that's not the one I'll name. My favorite mod, which I think is somehow underappreciated, is throwing weapons for Skyrim. It's not perfect, but for what it does, it adds a completely new aspect to the game. It's pretty good, and I like it. I have several characters depending on throwing weapons. Yeah. And for Fallout, my favorite mod is Stevie Wonder Reshape. It's perfect.
That should have beaten my troll. That was the best. All right, Tendo, what you got?
I actually don't have a favorite mod because I don't play video games. Do I look like a fucking nerd to you? Do I look like a fucking nerd to you that plays video games? Fucking faggots asking stupid fucking questions.
Yes.
That's precisely why people blow themselves up. That's why people blow themselves up. Because of fucking stupid questions like that. Seriously, you guys.
And I'm actually with Tendo, but in a different reason. I just don't play the fucking game, so I don't mod them, so I don't know. What the shit are we? I have a bad feeling that at some point Apollo's gonna put on like hardcore porn, and I'm gonna have to. Is there a right-click kick him out of here option?
You may as well have just asked him to do that.
I don't know. This would be a bad time to say I actually don't know how to get rid of people.
The best thing to say, because now anyone can do whatever they want.
So, Kevin, will you undress for me? Oh, sorry, I mean Apollo. Would you undress for me, please?
Oh, real name drop. Real name drop. It's over.
Yeah, we're so close in real
He's trying to
life.
hide his face this whole time.
Stone him.
He's in
We're
witness
so
protection.
fucking close in real life, so I just call back the real names. I sometimes forget how his modding name is. So would you undress for me, please? It's a personal request. Come on, dude. Come on. Come on.
Maybe I have to take off that house.
You're not saying anything the whole stream. Now you can at least provide some eye candy. Fuck me. Why am I even in this? There were two reasons I joined this stream. Reason number one is spread truth about Hitler. Reason number two is to see Apollo Andres. Fuck me. 50%
Why do I
fail.
even set these up?
Fuck me.
I don't know why I do this to myself. Actually, Gopher's avatars have been worth it for the whole. Like, I probably could have spent 2.5 hours just staring at his fucking him changing that shit around in the face rig.
Yeah, sorry. I'm getting a bit distracted by it every now and again, so I just try new things while people are talking. I'm not trying to distract you.
It's matching his face, by the way, everybody. So he actually looks like that. He's just going, and his face is recording in real life.
I know. I'm looking at the avatar, trying to imagine what he's actually doing with his face. It's amazing. It's so good.
It actually matches the facial expressions reasonably well, but like this character, you can't smile with this character. This is a smile.
That's so good.
And if you pick this character, you can't really look angry, but you can smile.
That's still good. That's like, that's so good. So actually, I was wondering if I could flip this and ask Gopher a couple questions.
Go for it.
Do it.
Basic stuff.
Wait, if Gopher's answering questions, though, he has to go back to the anime chick.
Oh god. So Gopher, what was your first exposure to mods, and what got you started in modding, and actually making mods, I guess?
God. Right. I think, and the problem is it's been such a long time. I think I used a couple of mods before I ever made mods, but I actually can't. Sure. I can't say that for sure. That's the big problem. I think I used some mods in Morrowind because the leveling system in Morrowind sucked. Seriously. I didn't like... to be honest with you, I think Skyrim was a massive improvement for how they handle skills and leveling, because Morrowind, that was one of the things that just drove me... You know, every time you got a level, you'd go running out and start smacking rats in the head with a mace. Just make sure you got your endurance up or some stupid stuff. What the hell is that?
No, it was actually worse. You had to let the crabs and rats and stuff beat you up to level your
Oh yeah, that's right. To get your armor skills, so you get your endurance up, because otherwise you would end up having very few hit points. And so if you wanted something like a lightly armored warrior, but you wanted to be tough like Conan the Barbarian or something, you couldn't do it without raising skills that you really didn't need, but it was just... Okay, it's the cats. But my first modding experience was the Advanced Recon gear, and it was because I liked stealth playthroughs, and I found the Recon armor, the Brotherhood of Steel Recon armor, and it sucked. It sounded like it should be stealth armor, and it wasn't. So I ended up adding a stealth feel to it. This was before the Chinese stealth armor came out. So and that was it, and that's how it started, and then. Everything else I've done, it was because something else came up that annoyed me. You know,
that's like every mod I've ever made was to fix something that I felt was a deficiency or just missing in the game. How did you get started? I guess what was your kind of doing mod reviews and that kind of thing? What inspired you to do that?
That was accidental.
Really?
Completely. Right. I started in tutorials, actually. I started in tutorials. I was making... And we're going back to the whole subject of getting fed up of answering the same questions over and over again.
Sure.
So I made a series of videos showing people how to install a lot of the popular mods for Fallout New Vegas, including several of mine, in the vague hope that people would stop asking the same questions on how the hell do you install X, Y, and Z, and is it compatible? And then people just... I actually uploaded them to YouTube, but that was because Nexus couldn't handle big files at the time. And then people just said, no, this can't be the last video. Please make something else. So I thought I'd start a series where I just... It wasn't really mod review. It was more like... Well, I suppose... It wasn't like just a basic showcase. I was trying to go into some details and help people understand the mod and that type of thing.
Yeah.
And it just went from there, and... So it was a complete accident. It was never deliberate. It was never my intention. My videos were supposed to help me with my modding, take off the workload of having to answer questions.
Interesting. That's cool.
Yeah. Can I ask you a question as well?
Go on.
I watched your Let's Play of Witcher 2, and I enjoyed it. It was pretty fun until you got into the fight with Letho. And I think I've never seen anybody fail so hard at video games in my entire life.
That fight annoyed me rigid. I had to drop the difficulty on that one.
Yeah.
It's such a... it's an insane fight, that one. I mean, it's the only thing in the game that was even remotely difficult combat-wise. But it was insane.
The second fight against Letho is actually pretty easy, right, in comparison?
Well, I didn't do that. I couldn't be bothered fighting him at that point. I was kind of fed up with the whole... We're not fed up, you know what I mean? I was like... I really just couldn't be angry at him anymore. But...
What the fuck is...
Yeah, no one's paying me.
I look around, I look away from the ship for like 5 seconds, and like Ellie's losing her shit. Apollo's apparently fucking the mic. I don't know what's going on.
Tendo is licking the camera. And I'm watching these two, like, in our... awake group chat in Facebook, and I'm like,
shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up, or I have to chain you up in the basement again. I'll tell you. Fuck you.
Tell them about it. And no.
Oh, I got a question for the chat to me. How do you feel about people complaining about the length of your tutorial videos? I don't like to swear.
But.
No, that was my answer. I don't like to swear. Here's the thing with my tutorial videos. I aim them at people who need my help. And you get people who shouldn't need my help, but are too... again, don't swear. Too lazy to read the goddamn README. So
you just cares. No, I'm just kidding.
And they come on and they go, oh my god, dude, all you had to do was say, copy this file to over here. And I'm thinking, yeah, because that's what the README said. If that's all I had to do, I wouldn't need to do the video. You could read the README. I could have made the video this short. RTFM.
Do you know what? I've been uploading the same README for 3 years. It literally, inside the README, it just says README.
I don't mind explaining things to people, but when I do, and people come along and say, dude, all you needed to do was tell me what was in the... That's what they want me to do. They want me to get the manual for them. They want me to get, like, the SKSE read and read the damn thing at them.
Wait, here we go, Gopher. We got a good question for Gopher. It's Gopher. Do you think that YouTubers should be making money off mod authors?
Yes. Should we make money off mod authors? Where?
It's up.
Oh, he means because I'm making money on my review videos about mods that mod authors have made. Is that what it means?
Yeah, mod authors are salty because YouTubers are making money off of mods.
It's something we forgot to harass MXR about last time.
Yeah.
Oh well, MXR probably makes quite a bit of money on the mod reviews. I make almost none. I make far more money on my tutorials by like an order of magnitude. If you look at my income breakdown, probably I make 100 times more money than on tutorials than I do on reviews, because it's all about how many views a video gets, and the videos that get views for mine are things like the SKSE installation. So it's tutorial videos for me.
And those numbers are probably skewed because the retards couldn't figure it out the first time, so they got to come back. I'm not a nice person.
But it's I think. It doesn't matter if they keep coming back; they still keep getting served ads and.
Oh yeah, true.
But it's so how do I feel about it? Like I care. I don't. I've got nothing against mod authors making money on their mods anyway. I've got no personal beef against it. Hell, I mean, I'm a mod maker myself, so I think the thing is you guys get this when the whole paid for mods thing comes up. YouTubers get this as well. People cannot stand the idea of anyone making a living doing something that they enjoy.
Yeah.
True.
They hate it because they're not doing it.
Guys, Dark One is in the stream.
No!
Yes, yes, he's here.
They made me do it.
Wait, Dark One's in the stream?
Yeah, look.
I can't see anybody. It keeps scrolling.
He wants to know where the hangout link is, but cool.
Hold on. We can get Apollo to drop for Dark One. Hold on.
Get out.
Oh no.
Do you?
So who have you got?
Wait, what's Robin's fucking tag in here? I don't even.
Nexus.
No, don't. Darren, don't.
Don't what?
Just put the link to Skype and I'll put it to Dark One.
I know that. I'm making him admin on the fucking for the page.
For a moment there, I thought you were gonna post the hangout.
I'm not gonna post a fucking hangout link to everybody. No, actually, I don't even know where the hangout link went.
Yeah. It was like Apollo drops and then we just get random people.
Professionalism.
Wait, what?
I love how Ellie's known me forever and she still thinks I'm a fucking idiot all the time. It just drives me nuts.
I've seen your code.
I was going to say, in Ellie's defense, I've not known you long, but
Apollo, are you cool with jumping out for Robin? Since all you're doing is playing videos anyway. Apollo?
Wait, what?
Are you cool with dropping out for Robin? Dark One is wanting to join. We can only have 10 people.
Yeah, totally.
Cool, man. Thank you. I'm figuring out, by the way, for everybody, I'll figure out a way next time to make it so we have more than 10 people. I'll find, even if I have to pay for a program or something, I'll do it. All right, throw it to him, Ellie. I give you the link.
Hey, Robin, I'm gonna give it to you through the Nexus focus group.
Silence.
I have a feeling I'm about to get lambasted, but we'll see. What the fuck?
Yeah, one more question for Gopher. Do you have a beard?
Can't you see? I'll wiggle it.
Paul wants to know.
Wait, Robin, is that you and you're showing code on your screen? I'm so confused.
Yeah, he's probably... Google does that by default, though.
What do you mean?
When you Google Hangouts, I got my laptop being... Because I got everything connected, it picks a random... It picks a random thing. He's probably got his screen as set up as his desktop set up as his webcam. Google Hangouts did that to me as well, so... If I wasn't running face rig, what I was actually going to do was play One Finger Death Punch at you.
Oh.
Because you could do that.
Robin, are you there? Can you hear us?
No. That's expired.
God damn it!
Robin.
Expired! Get the fuck out of here!
Oh.
Expired next time. Go, get, shoo. I can only have 10 people.
Maybe you should not use this shit chat program.
I'm
That
not
would
going to next time, clearly. This thing is fucking... I didn't know there was a 10-person limit. Even if I have to pay for something, I'm going to find something that works better. If people can... No suggestions. I'll read chat later, because I clearly can't cover it now. It like, goes too fast and I'm retarded. The fuck?
He's been waiting during the whole stream. He's been waiting for the right window to drop into the chat, you know, and he's prepared all these sound effects for us. Probably.
All right, it's back open for Robin. Where's he at?
Yeah, Dark One, get in.
Of course, the stream's lagging by like 12 seconds or something, whatever stream's lag is.
I don't know if he got the
And
link.
whoever asked me if I'm going to scream F you at Robin, you'd think I actually give that much of a shit. He put up a site that lets us host our fucking mods. As much shit as I give him generally in the site, I like the guy. So, it's just the same thing with Bethesda games. As much shit as I give Bethesda, I'm still modding their fucking game.
Totally. And hosting chats and doing all kinds of... Yeah, you just like to bitch about everything, that's all.
That was your way of saying, please don't shout at us for cryophage, wasn't it? Right, that was like, you know...
Chronophage was so fucking
Chronophage, sorry.
Oh wait, that's right. Robin's... No, don't let Robin in here. That thing's still on the front page.
It's on the hot files, yeah.
He's on the desktop now, he's coming. He's coming!
I sent him the link. If he checks the focus group thing, he'll find it.
It hasn't taken over the Kalash rifle yet, but it's getting close.
Which is a pretty cool gun, by the way, I have to say.
That does look really good.
All that dude's mods, like he found the models, or he's been using models from this. I can't remember the site. He puts it in the description, but they're all really well made and they all sound good and work really well. I was really hesitant to install like
Banana.
mods, but they're good.
What the fuck is that? Like there's some. That's actually one of the things that since we're waiting for Robin there. For everybody who knows, a lot of us have Patreons and shit where you can basically pledge money. Gopher doesn't need any more. Tendo and Ellie are having a contest to see who can get the highest, but Ellie has boobs, so she's clearly gonna win. But that's, I mean, I have one as well, and one of the things that kills me is that any money
boobs.
I get from
You
Patreon,
have one boob.
any money we get from Patreon and shit, we tend to put right back into making mods, and I mean that's especially true for mine. I pay voice actors. I would love to pay the people who 3D model. It's some people do so much incredible fucking work as far as just graphically and then obviously the voice acting shit as well to make the mods better. And that's honestly one of my biggest bitches about not being able to do paid modding is I still have to get all the I can't pay the fucking people what they're fucking worth, and it drives me up the wall. So that doesn't help. How long does Robin? Is he like?
He says he has no pants on.
Then don't point the webcam down at his crotch.
I was gonna say, where's the webcam?
Yeah, does he have to point the webcam at his legs?
You don't have to put the webcam on, Robin. You can just click the thing and come on in.
Maybe he's actually a furry and got distracted by Gopher.
No, Gopher's back to demon.
No, he has to do some
back,
business
come
in front of it, if you get what I mean. I'm just going to make those jokes where he's not here yet.
I just want to hear Robin scream at Tendo for goddamn snaky image packs.
That was a fucking disgusting action on his hands. I mean, it was just a harmless mod to have some fun, he banned it. I mean, fuck
hey,
this. Fuck this shit.
Snaky's back in the hot files. What the fuck? Who's got the sound effects? We've got a
person
snaky
that asked,
giraffe.
probably.
Fuck that, I didn't even know how to do most of this shit. I'm terrible.
Yeah, I know you're terrible, but you might still be able to do sound effects. Because you're a fucking troll.
Dark One needs to put on his wizard robe and hat.
Are you going to ask Dark One whether he's going to make out with you? Please do it. I thought
Okay.
one of us has to
Hear
do
you,
it.
right?
One of us has to do it. Come on.
Silent.
By the end of this stream, we're all going to be looking for a new place to host our mods, aren't we?
If he hasn't, come on, if he hasn't permabanned me off the Nexus, you guys are all still safe. It's just be
We're with
real.
you now, though. We're in the blast radius.
That's true. You're in the splash zone. Robin, are you there? Are you live?
He's muted himself.
No, it's the mute.
Like it.
It doesn't show the mute thing anymore.
No, it. Oh, did it take up? The anticipation.
Everybody's waiting. Ollie comes in and says, he just comes in and says, you're all banned. We go back to Nexus. All of our accounts are just gone. This is like Fading, by the way, guys. The guy does sound like Fading. You do sound engineer shit, right, for a living and crap. Something to do with like audio editing and crap, right?
Not necessarily for a living, no. Just for fun. I write music and stuff.
Yeah, and every time I call him on Skype, he has to reboot his entire Skype, make sure everything gets unplugged and plugged back in again, and can't get his Skype mic.
Here's why. Because that's like noob level shit. That's like webcams. I'm not dealing with webcams. I got like real recording gear, you know. But no, I got that shit sorted out finally. As you can see here, see my lovely tired face and my microphone.
You're a beautiful young man. This thing. Hold on, we gotta get.
Hey, here's a good question. Question to all the people on the stream: which of you have filtered mods on Nexus? SimSim start.
Wait, what was the question?
wait.
Sorry.
Which mods have you filtered on Nexus?
Oh, go ahead. Okay.
What, for like my personal viewing? Like what I've got?
Tag
I've
block.
filtered out translations because I don't need any. I think I filtered out like anime stuff. And I think there's something else, I'm sure. I think I probably filtered out Skimpy as well. And that's probably it.
I filter, so the only thing that shows is stuff that has the related to My Little Pony tag. That's the best tag on Nexus.
Currently, I've got saved games, sexy/skimpy, companions, batch files, body slide presets, translations, anime, and weapons conventional. So if you make a nice rifle, I won't see it. Not ever.
Let's make this. Let's clear this up for everybody. Out of the 11,500 or so mods on the Nexus, Ellie is filtering 11,247 of them out of her fucking view.
Fading.
Fading, it's you. What do you got blocked? That's what she's asking.
Oh, right now nothing, honestly. Like for a while I had CBBE blocked because it was just overload when it came out for Fallout 4. Like I think there at one point the entire hot files was all.
It was an entire week of titties.
Yeah, dude, and like vag fixes and stuff. Just like I can't open this with people around. It just looks like like a bad Second Life shop or something. So yeah, I had that blocked for a while, but I unblocked it. So right now, nothing. I think translations are the only thing I have blocked.
Gopher, you're next.
Nothing. I've never banned it. I've never blocked anything on the Nexus. I'm not really offended by anything there. I'm not interested in a lot of the mods you guys are talking about. Probably a lot of you know that. I've got no interest in beautification, big boob mobs and that sort of stuff. I'm sort of I tend to like the mods that actually, if anything, make people look more human than the other way around. So there's personal preferences, but I don't block them because, well, partly because it's kind of my job now to know what the hell's coming up. But I never cover those mods, so I probably could block them. Sorry, that was a long-winded way of saying nothing, wasn't it?
Yeah, I was literally just an answer with no. I've never.
That was
blocked
very
anything.
typical from you.
Yeah. That's a me answer, especially when I've been drinking. So.
Mystic, what you got?
When I was actually playing Skyrim, it was probably similar to what SimSim has, but now I just don't filter anything. I just watch it all, like the whole landscape, and see what's happening and what's popular. So.
John.
Well, I don't filter anything because I enjoy the laugh, I sit there just laughing at the utter shit that's always on the front page. It's just ridiculous.
Big, what you got?
Well, I block everything but the sex mods because I don't want to play a mod without sex. No, really, I just block the, other languages than English, and for some reason, actually I know the reason, it blocked Ellie's rogue outfit mod for me because one of the required files had Polish tagged by one person, and that was enough for me to filter her mod.
Really?
Which
That's
I
what
think
was
can't be
causing it?
right.
Yeah, okay.
I left a comment about it on your mod.
I
I
posted
was
it
about
on
to say it was a
Nexus.
good idea, but now it sounds like a bad idea to filter by language.
Alright, Tendo, we know you don't play any mods, so do you have anything filtered?
I'm just going to make the stupid joke now. The only thing I'm filtering is illegal Mexican immigrants. Yay, everybody laughed. That was a pretty good one.
I've got
That was a pretty good
stackable
one, and we're all
concrete
going
you
to
can
hell.
use to help with that.
But actually, I'm going to be off topic here. Gopher, check your email. You have Awake Act 2 lines. For your voice acting. Okay,
Sorry,
good.
wait. I check my email. I have. Oh god.
Oh, wait.